moves to get down. I come with smooth, but you know about it. Making moves like GHETTO. Tell them I do not play, they better as I sit. Say we're making moves, move out the way. Really giving me my breakthrough. Give me flavor like a grapefruit. I believe his word is true when he promises I'm gonna go through. Make that check out the paradigm. My big moves ain't paralyzed. We move fast, no bother time when I upgrab. Just get the bang. Make that check out the paradigm. My big moves ain't paralyzed. We move fast, no bother time when I upgrab. I'ma tell you the truth. Put it out there like the news. Got me making waves, put me in a better mood. And you know I trust them, I'm gonna get and raise the fool. And no, it ain't basic, and my faith never forsaken. Make it. Big moves, 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 big moves. My God gon' work it out. Purpose ain't got no doubt. My God gon' work it out. Purpose ain't got no doubt. Big moves, 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 big moves. God gon' work it out. Purpose ain't got no doubt. My God gon' work it out. Yo, check it out. It's the big moves on the track. I ain't never going backwards. I believe in that. And everything you promised me and God made it happen. If I just believe, then I know I receive. There's plans for my life. When everything's right, then all I gotta do is sit tight. Gotta hustle, until they know me like a Russell. I gotta get to this bang, cause me and God got plans. Now I ain't trying to be facetious, cause we all need Jesus. I'm just trying to teach you faith, cause most of y'all can't relate to making moves like Mike Jab, stacking faith like a lumberjack. A lot of y'all can't trust that, so we just ask that you step back. Back behind the line. I didn't really come to waste no time. Making faith moves is what I do. Now move around and watch it grind. Faith moves, faith moves, faith moves, faith moves, faith moves, faith moves, faith moves. I'm telling you, my God gon' work it out. Purpose ain't got no doubt. My God gon' work it out. Purpose ain't got no doubt. Faith moves, 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 faith moves. God gon' work it out. Purpose ain't got no doubt. My God gon' work it out. Promise I ain't got no doubt. Can't send y'all a message. Hope and pray that you got it. Can't send y'all a message. Hope and pray that you got it. Hope and pray that you got it. Pray that you got it. Can't send
All right, so we live.
What's
We
good,
live.
brother?
What's good, my boy? How
How
are
you
you?
feeling? Good,
I'm
man.
good.
You?
Just trying to get myself together, as you can see.
Oh yeah, man.
I was trying to see if I could rock the little no hat look. I mean, it's
You
more
got it?
bogus now, but
You got it?
you know, we getting there. It's okay.
It's quarantine time, man. Everybody got
Right.
looking rough.
I'm trying to show them what it actually looked like, and you know, when you can't get to your barber.
Yeah, for sure. How you feeling, man?
I'm good. How's your day going? How's quarantine for
Cool,
you?
man. I just watched Tori Kelly. I'm good.
Man, I missed her today, but she knows that I love her deeply, so that's all that matters.
For sure.
All right, so everybody, welcome to the newest episode. I have a feeling it's going to make me hot, but welcome to the newest episode of The Realest Ryan. I am here with the one and only Ken the Messenger, my guy. Ken, if you want to start off by talking about yourself, just so we can get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, man. From the South Side of Chicago. Born and raised, writer, producer. Became an artist 3 years ago.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you do a little everything.
And that's my favorite, honestly. Producing is my favorite. Yeah, I've been doing this for about 3 years. 4 years. Just had a project come out, Mistakes a Masterpiece, and I had a single come out a month and a half ago called Add It Up. If you haven't gotten it, go stream it.
Please go get that. Go get that, because that's heat.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Really simple, but like there's more to it. We all know that there's layers underneath. So
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's really up to you. Do you want to start with the song association game, or do you want to start with the question?
Questions, and then we could do the song association.
I bet. So, number one, I heard from when you were talking with the guy from Rejoice. I forgot what it was, but him, when you were talking with him, you were talking about that group, Better Man Group, BMG. Do you mind explaining what that was or what that is?
So BMG was a group called Better Man Group. We were just a group of artists, man. We had producers, artists, stylists, singers, rappers, fashion designers. Like we had a group of everything.
So it wasn't just like a rap group. It was kind of like whatever your thing is, whatever your talent is, you bring it to the table, kind of.
What it started as a rap group, but then it became more of a brotherhood. So, we started as a rap group. We sing. We had one singer, two rappers, and then a cousin was a stylist, and then another cousin was in business, so he became like the manager, and another guy was good at producing. So we just kind of formed it as a group. Yeah.
All right, then. See, because I'm like Better Man Group. See, now I gotta really look into this stuff and see what he been on.
Yeah. Man, it was a dope experience. I was in it, and like I told Kino, like on my upcoming project, like my goal is to have everybody. I worked with all of them since then, but I'm gonna have everybody on a project. It was a dope experience, man. Like we performed all over the country. Like opened up for a lot of people. It was an experience that I'm super grateful that I had the opportunity to do, and then it made it even better because those my brothers. So it's super fun,
Okay, all right. Yeah. I gotta look more into that because is it like still going or is it
no
like
no everybody doing their own thing now, but yeah, it helped. It jumpstart everyone's solo. Let's say it like that.
Okay. All right. Second question: how did you come up with the name Ken the Messenger? Because I know on what was it? One of your albums. It was Ken Willis. So I don't know when you switched up or like what was the process you took to get Ken the Messenger.
Well, I really didn't want to become an artist. I just wanted to write. So, I think you're talking about Dear God, and then My God Is Dope.
Yeah.
I just wrote for Dear God, and then My God Is Dope. I was just playing around with some stuff. Me and my brother Paris Black, we were just playing around in the studio one time, and I just wrote that, and he came in and did his stuff. Like it was literally just playing around. I was in school for music business, so I had 24 hours. Access to the studio almost, and so the studio was super easy to get into, and then everybody was in something. So the producer, Hit Guy, released a beat tape, and then at the beat tape, I used one of the joints for My God Is Dope, and then after that, like the recognition for that project or that single got so big, I'm like, okay, and I felt like, God was telling me, yeah, this is what you need to do. Like you could write, but this is what I need you to do. And so I'm like, okay. And so I was just brainstorming with a few people, my team at the time. And then, we left the call with Ken the Messenger. And so it made sense. Yeah.
Was there ever a time when you was like, nah, I kind of want to just do secular rap? Or is there a time when you was like, are you sure about that? Like, questioning kind of God's intent on what he wanted you to do with your music?
Absolutely. When I first started, like when I was in grammar school, I was just doing like a regular trap rap thing. And then I'm like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just write for people. I love worship. So I'm like, I just write some worship for people. And then got in college and was like, nah, this is what I need to do. And so I've had that. Even people like that's close to me was like, look, you should just stick to R&B. Permission was crazy. You need to, stick to Permission, or you need to do this, or they heard stuff that wasn't out. They're like, yeah, you need to stick to this. But I feel like my purpose in life is not to jump on different ways. I feel like I'm on a life music thing. So all the music.
I remember you talking
music.
about that. I remember you talking about that in your story and how each of your songs, like the main songs that people listen to, are about different things. Like Faith Moves is about faith, and how your other music, they all have their certain, theme and message that they all fit into. Yeah. And that kind of goes into the next question. Let me see. I would say the next question is, what would you say you like personally, oh, didn't pay the light bill. My bad. Hold on, let me tweak it
Good.
for a second. What would you say? Either you as a person or you or your music. What do you say? What is that about? Like everybody has something that they're about. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm very hooked on. I'm only here by God's grace. Everything that's
Right.
happened to me
Absolutely.
from day one. Like I can't say that my talent is good enough to be where I'm in the position that I am in. I can't say that my mind. I can't really take no type of credit, and so
Mm-hmm.
I'm based off of God's grace, and so I just try to live and do put in my music that same motto. I don't want people to see me and see this guy who is a PK and to see this guy who's just. I want people to understand me as a person, and I want them to know that just like God did this for me, He can do the same thing for you, and that's just it. Like that's what I want people to understand. That's what I want people to know when they hear my music, when they see my Instagram posts, even if they see me in person. Like that's what I want them to get.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I just wanted to say hi to some of the people coming in. Just real quick. All your fans, all my friends who I've been blasting their inboxes and stuff about this. So they're kind of excited to see this kind of thing happen. So next question is, what Bible verse or verses get you through, especially in rough times like, with coronavirus, COVID-19, and, quarantine?
Romans 8:28. But we know that all things work together for the good of those who love and are called upon His, something like that. But yeah,
right. Paraphrasing that.
Like that.
We all know the verse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Another question is, what part of life do you remember being in when writing each of your albums? Like at a certain point, not even with like certain singular songs, but like whole album. So what kind of part of life were you going through, when able to write those?
Well, the crazy thing, I haven't released an album. I released one EP, and so, but that EP, I was kicked out of school in 2015. I was kicked out of school. I was crazy, like getting in trouble, like from grammar school all the way to high school. And so I got myself kicked out of school my going into senior year and the junior year. Got kicked out of school. Had to go to an alternative school. Went to the alternative school, and when I tell you that the school I was kicked out of was nothing like the alternative school. I mean, like I would be walking to school and people like, yo, I'm finna have my gun. Like, go ahead to school. I'll meet you there. Or like people would come around. Like it was so crazy, and I'm like, man. And so, the first thing I went back to is I started like heavy smoking. I tried different drugs, man. I was trying to do even sex. Like I'm trying to do anything that can just like, cause I miss where I was, man. Like I messed up, and so then I really started getting with God. Like I really, really, really. And mind you, like my grandparents are pastors, mom's a missionary, so don't get me wrong.
You had no way to get away from it.
I had no way to get away from it, and it was rooted in me. But God was waiting on me to want it. Like they can't want it for me.
Exactly.
Like they could no matter how deeply they were in the ministry and stuff like that. Like they can only do so much. And so from my experience, I'm like, okay, it's what I got to do. And so after just seeking Him and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, I came up with Mistakes to Masterpiece. Like I don't know what that's gonna be one day, but one day I'm gonna make that into something. And so when I was trying to do my project, and then Trust came, Change Me came, Faith Moves came, Big Fat, I'm like, yeah, Mistakes to Masterpiece.
Okay, all right, that's crazy. How did the partnership between you, Paris the Spitter, happen, and then how did the partnership between you and Race Wool, how did that happen?
So Swole, for people that don't know Swole, He's like one of the best bass players in the world. He toured with Justin Timberlake, Mary J. Blige,
I saw
everybody.
he be with them.
And he's the founder of Faith Moves, the clothing line. And so I was just writing an anthem one day. It was about faith. And I'm like, you know what? Let me hit up Soul, because we did a record with the group, with the BMG group. And so I'm like, how y'all doing? We did a record with the BMG group together. And I'm like, let me hit up Soul and see, what this can be about. And he immediately was like, bro, yes, send it to me. And I sent it to him. And he was like, man, I want to have a verse on this joint. And I don't even rap. I'm like, man, whatever you want to do. And that's really how that happened.
Okay.
Paris the Spitter, we were both signed to the same management company. And so, but we went to school together as well. And so, when I did Add It Up, when I heard it, I'm like, yeah, Paris would sound crazy on here. And so I sent it to him, and, we already had, relationship, so it was easy.
Okay. It's like one of those kind of getting back together with those people that you've always been around, and like trying to make new stuff.
Yeah, but like we never really did a lot of work together. Like when I was in school with him, I never did anything with him. I just seen him, and we had class together and stuff like that. But to come back and do that was crazy for me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the next question? What started you off in music, or what started you off in gospel rap, and what do you prefer to call it? Because it has a whole bunch of names like Jesus music, gospel rap, Christian rap. What do you prefer to call it?
I call it life music. I do say, if somebody asks like, "Are you a Christian rapper?" I will say yes. But when people ask like, "What do you do?" I say I'm an artist, and then I just do like inspirational life music. That started when I went to college. Honestly, that's when it started. I knew that I wanted to do music that was gonna change the world. Like I don't mind doing R&B, and I don't mind doing like turning up, but I want something that's gonna make a difference. Right. It's not gonna make a difference like with my song Permission. It's like it's an R&B joint. Don't get me wrong, but I think that a lot of people, especially church people, kids. Like I'm not gonna say people, just a young youth. Like the youth need to know how to really love a woman the way that they're supposed to be loved. I didn't get that understanding. Like growing up, man, I had my first sexual interaction with a woman when I was 8 years old. I didn't get that, and trust me, like I'm 22 now, or I'll be 22 in a couple months. Like I probably had more than grown men. Like, and so I didn't get that growing up though. Like I didn't get, look, you're not supposed to do this, you're not supposed to do that. Right. You do this, you don't do this. I didn't get that. So what I'm trying to do is as I'm trying to go with this life music, I'm trying to make a difference, and I'm trying to show younger people, younger guys especially, like, look, you're not supposed to do that. Or you do that. Like I have a little brother, he's like 16. And so, like, now he's going through the women phase. And then he can sing, he can play keys, he can play sax, he can play drums, he play bass, he can sing like crazy. And so, like, he's getting it, like from every aspect. And, like, I try to tell him, it's a way to channel that and to do things the right way. But not having a father, and then I had my grandfather who was, like, my everything. But him being an older guy, it really, I was missing that piece. And so, growing up, through trial and error, I got it. But even when I was getting it, I still didn't want to hear it because I was too deep involved. So I just want to make a difference, bro. Like literally, that's it. Like even if it's 2 or 3 people, it don't have to be millions or trillions of billions. Like I ain't gotta be all that. I just want to make a difference and see a difference.
And I think that's what pulled me toward you, especially when I met you. For those of you who don't know, I met Ken at the Anthony Brown and Group Therapy concert when he came to Chicago. Ken was the headliner for the event, and you came out with such energy and like just passion for what you were rapping about. And honestly, from where I was sitting, I really couldn't hear the words, but I was like really trying to kind of tune in and be like,
Yeah, I
what you
got you.
saying? But then when
Yeah,
you when it came around to faith moves, I was like, okay, so it's something simple, but like so I can kind of
Mhm.
follow it, I can relate to it.
Yeah,
It's got that nice little beat, it's got the nice flow.
yeah, for sure.
So
Mm-hmm.
I hit you up on Instagram, and I was like, I like this
Right.
song. What's the name of it? You hit me back. Long story short, I met your manager, Patrice. Such a nice person. Such a nice person.
Yeah, dope.
And so after that, then that's when we started talking, and now we're here. So
Yeah, for sure.
it all comes around. But I'm so glad and so thankful that you actually decided to do this with me, because you didn't have to, and I honestly so honored that you're doing this with me today. So,
thank you for even reaching out, brother.
I feel like people like you need to be put on a higher pedestal, like not even just like you as a person, but you for like what you're trying to do, what your motivation is, what your purpose is, what the energy that you put behind that kind of thing. I feel like that's why we need to put people like you on a higher pedestal, because you put so much into it and it's become your life to where you don't want to do anything besides that sole purpose of just like being a light, being a being that person that can hold your hand, even if it's through your music, like hold your hand and grab you to like pull you over to where you're supposed to be. Like that's crazy to me, and I love that. Usually I don't listen to a whole lot of rap in general, but like gospel rap I do kind of swerve in and out, because it's just like that's not where I am. I know that's not where my area of giftedness is. I was blessed to be able to sing, so like I can do that. I can't freestyle for the life of me, so that's why I'm like, what, you rappers, you got it. I can't. I'm like Chocolate Drop. I'm like Kevin Hart on the beat. I can't do it.
I got you.
I'm not with it. So like, I'm just glad that I have the anointing that I have, and
for sure.
When I see the kind of artists that like you, I feel like they just need to be put up and be like in the limelight, not even like just to be seen more frequently, and like you are what kind of the religion of Christianity is kind of embodying, which is like strictly just to bring people to Jesus, to have you look up, be like, hey, Jesus is right here, he's in your face, he wants you, only you, that kind of thing. So that I just really love that.
And you know what I thought about? Like I thought a couple, I'm not sure when, I think it was a couple weeks ago, but I was just sitting, I'm like, man, like God, I'm grateful. Like I'm super appreciative, but I think there should be more. Like I think it should be more. Like I'm not competing, or
it's okay to feel like ask God for more. Like
right. But what I was getting to with him was like, I think it should be more. And one thing that I felt, I'm not gonna say like I heard the Lord tell me, but I felt in my heart like, well, first of all, are you ready for that? Like if I give you the schedule, will you still make time for me? If I give you the money, will you still pay and give? If I give you the base and the following, what would you do with the cute women? Like if I give you everything that you've asked me for, how would you
would you be
how
ready?
would you react?
Would you be able to handle it?
And man, I hit up like so many people, or not so many, but the people that was hitting me up, I was just asking them like, what are you asking God for? And they're like, man, I just want this job. I'm like, but if he give you that job, will you still be as committed as you are to him now if he gives you that job? And that's one thing like I want people to know, because I know some artists on here, or you don't even have to be an artist. You can work at the store and you can want a promotion. I mean, you could be literally anything, and you could just want more. And are you ready for that? Because I don't think God has a problem giving it to us. I just think he has a problem with trusting us with it.
Right. He said, if I can trust you with the small things, I can trust you with the big things.
I can trust you with the big things.
And I feel like when you have that mentality, my bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
When you have that mentality, it definitely makes it easier to take no as an answer. To be like, okay, well, this is just not my time. This is not my season.
Yeah, because you're not ready. Yeah, and it's about, like, to me, it's about being honest. I'm like, okay, God,
right?
You give me, I have a beautiful life right now. Like I have a great, amazing family. I got all of this stuff, but I don't have what I think I need, or what I think I desire, or what I think I should be worthy of, why aren't you giving that to me? And so
Right.
it was just like, bro, if I give it to you, like I said, can you handle it? Like if I give you 100,000 followers and 20,000 of them is gonna be cute, are you gonna try to sleep with all of them? Straight up. I mean, because God, the thing about us, like we fake too much with ourselves, but we can't really fake with God because He knows everything, and then He made us, so He knows exactly. He knows what triggers me. He knows what triggers you. He knows what you don't like, and a lot of times I think we just got to be honest with ourselves to say, no, I'm not ready. And I came to the conclusion, God, if I'm not ready, because I can say I'm not ready or I can say I'm ready, and it can be a lie. But God, if I'm not, I'm dependent on you to help me to help get me ready.
Exactly.
And if I am ready, then keep me here. Don't let me go backwards.
Right, keep it. I remember Jonathan McReynolds. He was doing an interview with Terrell Grice for the Terrell Show, and he was saying that exact thing about how he went from performing on like 106 in Park, and this was when he was like fairly new, like first album going into the second album. He was saying that he went from performing wherever he was, and then all of a sudden he got the BET Awards, he got Stellar Awards, he got new albums, new songs, new like he got elevated pretty much, and he was like, well, I got all these things and I stopped paying as much attention to God, and so the work that I was trying to do was kind of like pushing myself back to the God who gave me everything that I have, and trying to like keep myself centered in that, and making sure that I don't go outside that circle, because if I go outside that circle, clearly all of God's blessings and everything He has for us, those things also come outside of the circle too. So I think the way he phrased it was amazing, and Jonathan McReynolds was one of my top 5 probably. He was like, yes. Let me see. If you could do a song or an album with anyone, and you can name multiple people, if you could do a song or an album with anyone, who would you choose?
I really want to do a song with Lecrae. I want to do a song with Kirk Franklin.
Yeah.
I want to do a song with Tori Kelly, and I want to do
my bad. Did you see that Kirk Franklin has a new song out?
With who?
I don't know who's in it, but I know it's called Millionaire or something like that.
That's not his song. That's Torrin Wells' song. But Kirk is featured.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it, but I just wanted to know. I was like, does anybody else know about this?
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I love Torrin Wells. I would love to do a song with him. Chance. Man, I would even do a song with Drake. Like, I really want to.
I hope you get there too, because I'm just hoping if you get to that point that it's something that I can share, and it's not like, okay, well, I mean, he got here and Ken's part is good, but then it's like, oh, okay, well.
Nah, man, I think he would kill an inspirational.
I'm sure he would. There's no doubt in my mind lyrically he could, but I feel like if you have to like go one way with it, I don't know. I'm not questioning his artistic ability.
Yeah, and I got you.
He's done so well. So
yeah, that's true.
And I'm where I am, so I don't.
It's coming.
Anything. Right. It's definitely coming. It's coming for both of us. Let's see. We went through all that. I think that's all the questions. If anybody else has any questions that's on the live right now, just feel free to shout them out or just type them in, and then I'll pull them up as we go. So that's all my questions. But if you want to go into the song association now, we definitely can.
Bet, I'm with it.
All right. So you know the rules of the game, right?
You basically got a couple.
Did I hang it up? Okay. Sorry, it just froze for a second. I was like, did I hang up? Because I touched my AirPods.
Oh, no. You basically got a couple seconds to make a song out of the words you gave me, or say a song that's already out, right?
Yeah, so I say a word, and then you have 10 seconds. I don't know how much time it is. I guess I'm just like on my fingers, so you know visually that you have 10 seconds, and you just say whatever comes to your mind. And so, yeah, round one, the word is gold. Gold, Gold.
Silver and Gold by Kirk Franklin.
Oh, wow, okay, you won that. I was going to say like you got to sing it, but that's fine.
Oh, I mean,
But
if you
just know
want
for the
this, I want you to know I'm not a singer. But if if you want me to embarrass
hey, that's
myself like that,
fine. I'm not a
okay.
rapper, so if you ask me to rap, I'm like, well, I can say words. That's cool.
I got you.
They should say sing it, so you got to sing it.
I don't even know
You're
it.
stuck.
I'd rather have Jesus than my bad. That was a phone call. Is that good? I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. That was cool.
Yeah, that works. The word is in there, so you won that one. Okay. See, she
Okay.
said sing it.
Okay.
See, you good. You got it
All
coming.
right.
Okay, you better sing on your next album. That's all I'm saying. That's it. All right.
I got you.
No, number 2. The word is friend.
You want gospel or you want not gospel?
Either way.
I got for gospel, Israel Houghton, I am a friend of God. For not gospel, oh baby, you got what I need. And you say he's just a friend.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
You got
See,
Patrice hating.
you just
Patrice is
hit the.
always just hating.
She said,
I don't get that.
no,
She
it's
she just
okay.
hating. She
It's
hate
just
on my
not for
singing.
everybody. It's
You
okay,
know.
Patrice. I feel you. It's all right. All right. So round 3 is available. The word is available.
Milton Brunson, I'm available to you.
Yep. See, that's what I was thinking about. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sarah Kwan, you know about that one. She's in here. Yeah, she knows about that one. Yeah, she said she
I
loves
love
you
that
too.
song. Huh?
Patrice said she loves you too. All right. So number 4 is the word is think.
Who?
Think. THINK.
Think. Thinking. Can I say thinking?
Yeah, you can say thinking. You
I've
got
been
3
thinking
seconds.
about you. Oh no no no! I've been thinking about you.
Okay. Okay. Good choice. Good choice.
That's for Patrice.
All right, Usher. All right, Usher.
That's for
All right.
Patrice.
All right. There you go. So see, he got the vocals. You're good. No more questioning. Okay. All right. So number 5. The word is winning.
Um,
Winning.
winning. Every time we look up, you're gonna see me winning.
Yep.
Anthony Brown.
Yep.
Yep.
See, I'm gonna need you to stop guessing what I was trying to go for. Anyway. Um. Anyway, number 6. Moves. No, obviously.
Moves.
Mm-hmm.
Fake moves. Fake moves. Fake
Mm-hmm.
moves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta keep it going. Like that's your
My
song. That's your
God's gonna
time.
work it out. Promise I ain't got
Yeah.
no doubt. My God's gonna
Yeah.
work it out. Promise I ain't
Yeah.
got no faith moves.
Yeah.
Faith moves. Yep.
It's a simple song, but if y'all ain't heard it, it's about. I would play it now, but
Appreciate it.
iPhones don't do well with switching back and forth, and they try to do it themselves. So I don't know.
I got you.
We gonna work on that. It's okay.
Yeah.
Apple will handle it at some point. Number 7. Okay, the word is easy.
Let me catch a vibe and make it easy. Dun, 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 dun. Danny Lay and Chris Brown.
I have not heard that song, but hey, you did it. That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
All right.
Or nobody. What's that gospel? Nobody told me the world would be easy, and I don't believe he's brought me this far to leave me. Is that Mary Mary?
I was about to say, what song is you singing? But I was like, oh, is he
I
rapping?
can't give
Oh,
up
no.
now or something like that.
Is that Kurt Franklin?
No, that's Mary Mary.
Okay.
I know you heard that song. I
I'm
come
sure I
too
have.
far
This
from
is.
where I started.
Oh yeah. I have heard of that song. Okay, hold on. Let me just because I haven't thought about songs. Okay. All right. So number 8. You don't know this one again. It's called. No, the word is permission. Because I can't talk.
With your
Apparently.
permission, I'm on a mission. Show you who I am. Yeah. I just want to make you comfortable. That's my song with my brother Jaleel called Permission.
Yep. Go get that one too. All his music is fire. Like
I
I
appreciate
have
it,
no,
man.
you know. Number 9 is knowing. Number is mighty loud.
Knowing. Knowing.
5 seconds.
I don't know. Knowing. I don't know.
Okay, so that's the one that you just don't have. But I was gonna say total praise, knowing my help comes from you. That's where it came from. That's why I picked
Yep.
the word.
No.
But
Yeah. My bad. Yep.
no, you good because not everybody thinks the total praise. That's all right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Number 10 is finish.
Um. Finish. It's good, brother. Finish.
I'm trying to stop you. I'm trying to stop you.
Um.
3
Finish.
seconds.
Finished. I don't know it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you more time though. I'm gonna give you more time.
Finish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna need another one because I don't know.
Next word. We can't do that no more. I was gonna say "Strong Finish" by Jonathan
Oh,
Nelson.
strong finish. Strong. Dang. I don't really
Yeah,
listen to him, but okay.
I don't either really, and I shouldn't be saying this on here just in case they get around to him, but I really don't. But that song, I can mess with. Like no matter what time of the day, no matter what I'm going
Mm-hmm.
through, that song is always there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My boy Denzel, what's good? All right, so the last one on here is "Plan."
Planned or plans?
Yeah. Plan. I mean, you can include plans,
Huh?
or you can say plans. Yeah, you can say plans, but the word is
Um,
plan.
goodness. Plan.
I've been put on the spot like this too, and
Make
I
room.
failed epically.
Make room. My plans. You can move that over. That counts, right?
Right, true. I totally forgot
Okay,
about that
cool.
one. Okay, actually,
What was you
I'm gonna
thinking
see
about when you
we
said
can
that?
do one. All in his plans. That
Um,
song with Mary, PJ Morton, and what's it called
yep,
Mary. That's what it
yep.
is. Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I wasn't gonna say that, but we can go with
That's
that too. Yep.
right. We could definitely go with that one. I'm trying to think of another word just in case because we're trying to keep this going. But
Um,
let's see. Another word. Okay, we're just gonna do this like this is freestyle round, honestly. But the word is
okay.
smart.
Smart. Um, smart.
Whatever you can think of. Yeah.
Smart. And this quarantine got my brain kind of slow. Smart.
Tell you.
Smart. Yeah, I don't know. Smart. Smart.
Hmm.
Yeah, smart. Where you getting these words from, bro?
Off the top of this one I got off the top of my head, but the other ones they was written down.
Okay. All right. Okay. Um, smart. Smart. I
Even
don't
if you
know.
want, this is a freestyle kind of, so like you could just make up whatever comes to your head. Make up a new song. See, I might have started something.
But smart is really kind of weird. Mm.
You lucky I didn't say orange, because that is he really tried to do something with that. I don't know. You'd have been a genius. I
mm.
don't know.
Smart. Okay. What if I say no? Because that didn't got nothing to do with being smart. I don't know.
It
I don't
don't
know.
have to make no sense as
Shit,
long as
nah,
you
that
use the
fits me.
word.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tiffany. She killing me out here. One of my friends, Tiffany. Well, I call her my sister, but she commented oranges. I was like, yeah, okay, you're not helping the situation.
What
You're
up,
not
Tiff?
helping. Love her.
Yeah. Give me one more, and even if I don't know it, then I'll make some up real quick.
All right. I'm gonna say light. The word is light.
Light.
I feel like that one's too easy, so I'm gonna think of another one while you going.
Oh, that's one day blessed up. I've been blessed up. I've been right now. Got my shine now. Got my light now. I'm a shine now. Something like that.
Okay. All right.
Blessed
Oh,
up. That's our joint.
I thought of another question. All right. So Are you from an artistic family? Because I know you said
Mm-hmm.
you rap and your
Mm-hmm.
brother can do just about everything else.
That's it.
So,
Yeah, that's it. I hear that my father's a songwriter, but yeah, that's it.
ooh, okay,
Yeah.
well, time out. All right. I know you were talking about your grandmother passing, and my condolences to you and your family because I know that's hard,
Thank you.
especially considering I
Appreciate it.
lost someone recently. So, tell us about that song, "My Angel."
Um, so my grandmother, she's really my great grandmother. And she passed. So she was 93.
Mm-hmm.
But her death was so sudden because she wasn't really sick. She
Mm-hmm.
had just gotten to some. She had like a stroke, but she didn't know it, and so put her in a nursing home, and which was bad, man. And she just died like a month, like the month before I was over at her house and we was chilling. A month later, she was dead. So Angel just came about, and I'm sure that in this season and this time, it can help a lot of people because a lot of people are losing people. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Angel was just super simple. Like it's just a song dedicated to her. Um, the chorus is, "As long as the sky is blue, I'll be missing you. Even though you are not here, I still remember you. I know God is real." Her favorite song was "Jesus is Real" by John Key. And so
Mm-hmm.
I know God is real. He knows how I feel. I'm sending this to heaven, and I pray they get this message to my angel. And so it's just simple as that.
I have a really
Appreciate
close relationship with both of my grandmas on my dad's
it.
side and my mom's side, and whenever I think about like those kind of things, it's those songs definitely help to push you through those
Yeah,
types of
yeah.
moments in life, and I appreciate you for writing that.
Of course, man.
Another one of the questions that I had about that song specifically was that written for her or was it written, just in
No,
general?
that was specifically like I got a call or somebody asked me yesterday to remake it because they wanted other people to add stuff, and I'm just like, I don't. That was specifically like with her in mind. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's like my dedication at her service. I didn't say anything. Um, Number one, because I probably couldn't have, and then so I felt like this is what I could do. I just wish I would have wrote it sooner. I wish I could have did it while she was still here. But it comes with it. But no,
That's
that's really just for her. Yeah.
That's really nice. I did have another question on here. Uh, okay, what is some advice that you would give to people who want to be in your shoes? Whether it be like in life in general, or like with the music industry, or like writing music, being around,
Mhm.
other artists, other believers, stuff like that.
Know what you want to do, and know why you want to do it. One thing I love about like the people like around me, even Patrice, um, is that she challenges me. A lot of people don't really challenge me, uh, but in her position, like she challenges the heck out of me. Like, why do you want to do that? Like, even if I got a clothing line idea, it's like, why? Why do you want to do it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the reason behind it? And that's what I would challenge other people to know. Like, know why you want to do what you want to do. Like, it's so, it's so, it's easy to want to do it, but it's hard once you actually do it. Like, man, I've been to like different award shows and different red carpets. I'd have probably met everybody that I wanted to meet. I'm in the gospel industry. Um, but it's like it's still so much stuff out here. Like it's so much stuff. You got to stay true to yourself. Like it was multiple opportunities where people with power would come and be like, hey, I can really get you on this, or I can really get this on this, but you got to do this and you got to do that, and you just got to know
Mm-hmm.
like what you stand for before you get into this thing. Because if you don't know what you stand for, they're gonna tell you what you stand for, and so you got to
That's
know
very true.
exactly like what you want to do, why you want to do it. Make sure God is calling you to do it. I didn't never want it to be out front, bro. I always wanted to be in the background. I
Mm-hmm.
never wanted to be out front because I'm like, I don't have to do that. I could be in the background. But, I felt like this is what God called me to do. Number one, because it made me uncomfortable. And I feel like when it comes to growing, when it comes to God, it's about Him. It ain't about us. And so He may call you to do something that's uncomfortable for you, but He will help you and give you grace and mercy through it. And I feel like that's what He did with this. Like, it was uncomfortable, didn't like it. Nevertheless, He gave me grace through it. He gave me favor. Like I said, I've been like around, and it was grace and mercy that I'm still here, that I'm still standing, that I met the people I met the team that I met the network that I met, that I met, and so yeah, just know what you want to do, why you want to do it. Make sure you got God's blessing, and make sure this is what He wants you to do. Don't get confused on what you want, what He wants. That's the wrong thing to do, because then you get yourself in a position where you got what you wanted, but now something go wrong, you want His help. He like, I didn't tell you to do that, so why would I? Like, He gives us grace and mercy, but don't mean we should take advantage of that. And so, yeah, that would be my only advice. And then make good music.
You were saying about Patrice always asking you why you wanted to do things, and I feel like the whys are very important, because you can always have an idea and go with that idea and be like, okay, well, I feel like this is gonna make me money. This is gonna it's gonna give me attention, or this is gonna give me whatever I need in life. And I feel like even with those ideas that you feel like would be like amazing for people, like if it actually came to fruition, I feel like the whys also kind of disqualify ideas, because then it's like if there's no legit why, then it's like once you actually start doing that thing, it's like, okay, this is not as much fun, or this isn't what I thought it was gonna be. And then you're like, okay, you spent all this time on it, and now it's like, okay, God's putting something else in front of your face. Be like, okay, so this is exactly what I wanted you to do, but now that you see it, okay.
And then you get in a position where you don't make the money, or I did some stuff, and I'm like, look, I signed an agreement last year with a company, and I was warned about it, but I'm like, no, this is what I'm supposed to do. And I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I did we signed everything, and they did what they're supposed to do, but it didn't work out the way it's supposed to work out. And so my why was just to get around, and I did to a certain extent, a certain point. But it's like, you got to know why you want to do it, and like, again, make sure it lines up, because when it gets hard, you won't question it. You're like, nah, I know this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I know I'm supposed to be doing music right now. Like, I know, I got like this. I don't know if you saw my Insta story, but people have been talking about like the added up joint, and I've got like a few. You shouldn't be doing this from church people, but I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So that little, not kind feedback don't stop me, because I know I'm supposed to be doing this. And so that's what I mean when I say know your why. Like, you got to know it so much that when everybody turned, my family didn't really rock with this thing when I first started. My friends didn't really rock with this thing, but I knew that, and even if I didn't know for sure, I had to stay grounded and to keep seeking God. And I'm not talking about like, all right, I'm gonna pray today, and then hopefully next week He give me an answer through in church. It's like, no, keep seeking Him, keep reading, like read the scriptures. And I'm not saying I do everything right. I'm not saying you gonna not fall. That's kind of stupid to say that, because that's why we got grace. But you keep seeking and you keep trying, and that's one thing I haven't stopped doing. No matter what I do, no matter where I go, my sole goal is to please God. And it's gonna be hard, because people want to exalt you. People want to, like, oh my God. And I'm like, you can call me, like, you can still DM me.
Honestly, like,
you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going crazy.
And it's like, but people, like, different things in life will get you to a point mentally where you think, oh, I'm better than that. Oh, I'm like, and those thoughts still like come to my mind. Like, I just saw a gospel rapper the other day, and I'm like, and this dude is if I say his name, like, he's crazy, but I'm like, it's not even that good. But then I had to stop, like, but who's he doing it for? Same person you doing it for. You got to check yourself. And so you can't be afraid to check yourself and just know why you're doing it.
Do you feel like Christians check artists like you for things that they feel like shouldn't be on your music. But well, the question I'm really asking is, do you think that um, gospel music is kind of restricted in the way that you know put it out, or what things can be in it, what can't be in it, like what kind of boundaries we can and can't push? Do you think that you're kind of restricted in that because of you know the Orthodox Christians and how they used to do old school church? Like, do you feel like you can't do some things that you want to do
Absolutely.
because of that?
Because of their preference. Like,
Hmm.
that's exactly what it is. It's a difference between customizing. Like, if I go to a church, a lot of times I customize the set. So I go up there. If I know I'm going to have an older crowd and a younger crowd, I start off with something fast. And then I might go into like some worship. And then we'll go back into faith moves. And then in the faith move tracks, we go to God Be the Glory. I mean, we do this
Hmm.
crazy set. But I'm not changing it off preference. I'm changing it
Hmm.
so I can reach people.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, especially older Christians, they don't like gospel rap because that's not their preference. They want traditional. They want the John McReynolds. They want the Travis Green. They
Right.
want the Todd Dulaney. They want
Hmm.
and this is to show you how much of a preference it is. They didn't even get accepted when they first came
Hmm.
up until now. And so like it's really about preference. But again, that's why you got to know what you want to do. And I mean, not even what, you got to know why you're doing what you're doing. Because even when that
Agree.
comes, it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna stop. But you know, I ask God for wisdom on how to do different things,
Right.
and that's the key. You know, like now when I go to services, I know what I'm gonna do before I even get there. And if I have a all older crowd, then I'm like, okay, God, now you give me something. And so they might then God said, well, tell your testimony before you go up there. And so now I tell my testimony. Now they're hyped when usually they wouldn't even get hyped. Like I didn't have older ladies like 60s and up singing faith moves. Like I didn't have guys who were like 70 plus, like dancing to my God gonna work it out, or my God is dope, or a certain amount of stuff that
Hmm.
I know that by myself I couldn't do. However,
Right.
like I'm called for this, man. Like I'm called, and you got to know that you called when it goes good. I met you when I opened up for Anthony Brown. Even then it was going good. So I'm like, yeah, I'm called for this. But when I put out a song and it don't do nothing, or when people like hit me like, yeah, that was kind of trash, or you shouldn't be doing that because you're a gospel rapper or inspirational rapper, you got to have that same tenacity that you have when you
Energy.
open it up for, like, bruh, John McReynolds. I opened up for the Walls Group, Nia Allen, Shayna Wilson Williams. I have
Crazy.
the tenacity today, and when stuff goes wrong, than I do before I hit the stage and all that stuff.
People
And
who
so
know
that's
me
why you gotta
know
know
that.
that.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
What were you gonna say? Just go ahead and finish your.
No, I
What
was
were you
just saying
gonna say?
that's it.
Oh, okay. Um, People who know me know that I'm a Wells Group fan. And how was it opening up for the Wells Group? Did you ever get to like sit down and just like talk with them, be like, you know?
No, bro, I didn't. We was in Nashville for the Dove Awards, and so you know they came in, they did their thing. Only person I did talk to was Paco, and with I I'm a fan,
I'm trying to get him
but
on
I'm
here next.
so we actually supposed to be doing. We were supposed to do a song together last year, but it's my fault that we didn't. And so I'm like, but like when I met him, I'm not gonna say I wasn't fans, but when it comes to like singers, I'm really not that hype. You know what I mean? Like I don't know
It's
why.
kind of
I'm
hard to
just
get
not that.
hyped with singers unless because the music kind of drives what they're
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. And so you know, when my first thing was to do, I called my girlfriend and I FaceTime because that's her favorite singer. Well, it was somebody that she liked and talked about. And so I'm like, okay, so instead of me having a conversation, I'm like, yeah, come here real quick, FaceTime my girl. So, you know, I didn't really have a conversation with them, but we took pictures and stuff like that. It was cool.
Okay, cool. See, because I'm trying to get them on, if possible. Not, I don't even know when that would possibly happen, but I'm kind of letting it fall in God's hands. But I do want them to be on here one of one of these times, one of these days. Hopefully, I'll be able to sit down with them and like not quarantine interview. But
Mhm.
it's fine.
Hey,
It's
this
the
the
way.
perfect
This is
time to
normal
do it.
now,
This the
right?
perfect time to do it. Like hit them, and I got you after the show. I got you.
I bet. Another question: if you could define Christianity, not even like just in the sense of religion, what would you say?
Relationship. God
That's
felt
good.
a need to send Jesus, his
Hmm.
son, who he had a relationship with, to save a bunch of people who were filthy, nasty, because he wanted a relationship. And so now he sent his son, who he had a relationship, to die for people who he wanted a relationship with, just so they can come back to him and get that. That's all it's about. Relationship. It's simple. It's
That's good.
relationship.
That's
I
good.
think the difference what we do is, and like I'm born and raised in church, so I know like all the
Right.
scriptures, I know all the tricks, I like that. But
I've been born and raised in church, but like, if you say what's Philippians 2:5, I'm like, let me get
oh
my
yeah,
Bible app. But like,
right, yeah, no, I don't know the scriptures like that, but I know like somebody tried to pull out, talking about a bad scripture on money, and I said, well, in Proverbs it say, Proverbs 26 it say this, so Proverbs 24 say this, or this. Second Corinthians 2 it says this, so I
mm,
can kind of like Google helps us out, so we just got to put in what we
definitely
think it
helps us
is.
all out. You're right.
Yeah, and
Because
so
I had a few from Bible study. I have this. I don't know if people really use it, but I've been using it recently, and it's this the
oh,
giant
that's dope.
Bible
Yep,
study from what's his name, Pete Wendell, or is that?
dope,
I feel bad for like saying his name wrong, but yeah,
dope.
this is a millennial Bible study, and
Hmm.
it goes through the Old and New Testament, so there's like two different ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dope.
and recently I've learned so much, and it's like I'm just literally in Exodus, so it goes
Hmm.
through the whole Bible. Like millennials would probably relate to it more, and it kind of like just asks questions as you
Hmm.
read, like with context, and then you like answer however you would answer. And the
Hmm.
more you read into it, and the more you do more of the book, it's kind of like you can see your progression.
Yeah.
As I mean, I just started, obviously, but like I'm excited to see where that goes. And when you say
Yeah.
how you can like, pull them up, it's like that kind
Hmm.
of helps me to be able to know, okay, well, not only can I pull it up, but also can I remember the context of a full chapter, because usually that's important. If you don't know the
Right.
full chapter, you won't probably get the context of what that is. And it's easy to flip Bible verses around to
Yeah.
fit what we
Absolutely.
want, whatever we want, or
Absolutely.
whatever our motive is. So I feel
Right.
like when you get the whole context, that's when you can be like, okay, well that applies, this applies. I feel like
Right.
people, if they really were into reading and like getting the whole, the whole package that the verse came with, people would be more selective and trying to pick out
You
which
don't.
which verses to throw out. Like I think people should think about it in like a sermon type of way, because sermons are like preachers, pastors, priests, however, whatever. They usually pick it out and they do deep studying. They ask
Hmm.
God, they're like, how does this connect? How does this do? I assume that's how it is, because
Right.
I'm assuming that's just what the process would be. But
Hmm.
usually I'm just like, if that's how it should be, honestly,
Right.
because that's more like intent. There's more intent to push out that message, and like,
Hmm.
okay, so this is 100%, like, this is the one, this is how I should go about it, even if it's not even the way you wanted it to go. Like,
Yeah.
that could be a different perspective on it. Ooh,
Hmm.
they're telling me I got a minute and almost 2 minutes left. Okay, we gotta slightly go a little faster, but I thought we'd have enough time to get into like more current things. But this is good because I didn't know what the
Well, if
little
it hangs
time
up,
thing was.
you could just hit back. I mean, we're in quarantine. I ain't doing that, so it don't matter
Good to know.
for sure.
If I do, if anything, we could probably have like just a part two. Like, honestly, I
Bet.
don't
I'm with
mind
it.
at all.
I'm with
Um,
it.
since we only got like a minute left, we can honestly just we could go, do whatever. If you have
Bet.
anything to say about your music, your new stuff, anything that you just want to say, throw out there.
Hey, I got a listening party this Friday. It's gonna be on my Instagram and it's gonna be on my Facebook.
Mhm.
Obviously, your Instagram, so it'll be easier to come on here. It's gonna be virtually. Um, it's gonna be 7 o'clock, May 1st, and so I'm excited.
I bet.
Central Time, Chicago. I'm excited, and yeah, we're gonna just be playing a lot of new music. I need help picking out a project, so it's gonna be kind of like, let me know your favorite joints, throw them on a project, and you kind of the people and on my project, and so I'm excited.
All right. All right, so thank you, Ken. Thank you for
All
your
right, bro.
time.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you being on.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. Have a good day.
Man, you too, bro.
This is the best podcast I've ever heard. The music is amazing, and Ryan is amazing.